Coming up on this episode of Hillbilly Hand Fishing.
I'm going noodling.
Two friends from Charleston are ready to bring home the big one.
Don't lose him, dude.
It's freaking cool.
Yeah.
These moms from Kansas want to get away from it all.
Oh!
They're about to find out there's no place like home. And a pair of firefighters from Virginia are ready for a battle. Look out! Our cats fight back. These greenhorns are looking for a little adventure.
Get me out of here!
No, you're okay, you're okay.
And nothing gets your blood pumping like hillbilly hand fishing.
Oh, nice entry. I'll rate that a 7. Oh, my back.
It's a good old-fashioned Oklahoma heat wave, and the water's about the best place you can be. Me and Jackson are scouting a new spot just to see what's jumping. It's been drier than a church picnic on Easter Sunday. The water level's down and it's getting tougher to find a fish.
I smell a beaver. What we got coming in this week, Skipper?
We got 2 girls coming in from Kansas, and we got a couple of firemen coming in from Virginia, and we got a couple coming in from Charleston. They've probably done some of that sissy fishing from, bank or boat.
I'm apprehensive about the snakes. My name is Josh. I'm with my buddy John here. Heard about Skipper and the great job that he does catfishing, noodling. And I am here to catch the biggest fish of anyone here this week.
I'm John from Fairfax, Virginia. We're both firemen, working the same shift. Noodling is kind of dangerous, and so is firefighting. But the thing about firefighting is you can kind of predict what's going to happen. With noodling, you're going in blind.
Our 2 firefighters from Virginia may be brave, but they're far from fearless.
If you can just take me somewhere there's no snakes, we'll be good.
That's not gonna happen.
What's the status on beaches?
Our next team is a couple of good buddies from South Carolina.
My name's Andrew Peterson. I'm a makeup artist. So what look are we going for?
Oh, I want drama.
It's time to put my hands to use in another way. I'm going noodling.
What?
No.
You're doing what with your noodle?
I grew up in a small farm town where I was more of considered a wuss, so this is kind of to show everyone. I'm competitive. Barb, did you just get new highlights? I'm out here to kick some ass at catfishing.
And make them look good.
And make them look good.
Andrew convinced his pal, Chef Matt, to come along for the ride.
I am completely nervous about this experience in every way. We're gonna be in this water with all kind of crazy animals. I'm scared to death, but I need a little, fear to kind of jolt you into the next part of your life.
Our last team is a pair of young ladies from Kansas.
Hi, my name's Alexis, and I'm from Augusta, Kansas, and this is my good friend, Lissa. I want to catch a big fish, the big-ass fish, with my hands.
You get scared at all?
Hell yes! I'm scared. My name is Lissa. I'm from Andover, Kansas. But this was 100% her idea.
These 2 overworked moms need a break from their demanding home life.
Mom, I need this. Mom, I need to go here. Mom, I need, cook me dinner. I'm hungry.
These rookies have no idea what they're in for, but me and Jackson are ready to teach them the ways of the fish.
Hey, how was the trip?
It was great.
They pull up, Jackson and I are looking them over. Hey, how's it going?
Hi.
I'm Skipper.
Nice to meet you. I'm Alexa.
Of course, we've got 2 cuties, 2 little girls that come from Kansas.
Hello,
Hi, I'm Skipper.
Lissa.
Lissa?
Yes.
I was thinking, holy Moses, those are some pretty girls there.
Hi, Jackson.
I've never met anybody like Jackson and Skipper. They're good country people.
John, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, John.
Hello, sir.
Hey, how are you
Josh.
doing, Skipper?
Hey, nice
Hey,
to
how are
meet
you? Andrew and Matt, they step out of the van, and I really don't know what thought hit my mind first. I was flooded with thoughts. I don't think they had any idea what they were getting into.
This is different.
Last but not least, how you doing? What's your name?
Matt.
Matt, nice to meet you, Matt. You guys have a good trip in?
We did.
You got to be a thrill seeker to come do this. You guys got a wild bone somewhere.
Nobody thought I could do it. They thought I was crazy, and they're like, you can't do that, so that's kind of why I want to do it.
I'm pretty good with first impressions, and I think you might be able to hang with the best of them.
I'm pretty sure I can. I'm not scared, so that's why I want to do it.
They'll be singing songs about you when you get home.
There you go.
All right, guys, follow us. Come on in. It's time to show these fish out of water their new home.
Well, Skipper and I, we are really concerned with safety first. Really need to know how long you can hold your breath for.
We're going to bob for apples in the toilet, so follow me. Make sure and brush your teeth after you get through. I hope we got a good brave group here. One that can go into the battlefield, get hammered hard, woo! But still smile from ear to ear. We let the group get settled, sort of collect themselves for what lies ahead.
Melissa, I hope you catch a really big ass fish tomorrow.
I'm just scared about being up against the wall with the bugs. She told me to check my bed for scorpions. I still got shoes on, so I'm safe.
Oh yeah, we're gonna catch some big fish tomorrow. I hope so. Yeah. I'm not looking forward to seeing a snake though, I can tell you that. Or a snapping turtle.
Night. Don't let those scorpions bite.
Man, I hope these guys are up.
They won't. They will be here in just a second. So how's everybody feeling this morning? Excellent.
Nervous?
I hope all you guys got your big girl panties on.
My shirt says Kansas girls do it better because Lex and I are going to show you what that means.
You guys made any wagers or anything, you know, betting on who wins this deal, or?
Fireman over here thinks he's winning the whole thing.
Competition always steps up the game.
It's kind of hard to mentally prepare for this. I mean, you're sticking your hand in a hole that you can't see and hoping that there's a catfish down there that's going to come out and bite it. I don't know if I've mentally prepared for it or not. I guess we'll find out when I get in the water.
So you girls feeling just a little intimidation, maybe a little anxiety?
I'm just nervous about, you know, snakes and ticks and leeches and things like that. I have a ton of fears about this week.
What happens when a beaver bites you?
You are definitely going to the hospital emergency room, get a tetanus shot, rabies shot.
Rabies shots.
All that good stuff. Hey, how about the boys in the back? What about it, Matt, Andrew?
I have a lot of emotions right now. Not having sunblock is the biggest fear.
I'm just afraid Andrew's gonna drown me and push me down the river.
For their first dip, I'm taking the gang to the Red River Basin. To help wrangle the rookies, we brought my wife, Joanne, and Jackson's best girl, Jeannie. This water is really, really comfortable. It's not cold at all. Come on in.
I think Andrew and Matt, when we get in the water, I think they're going to be worse than the girls. They might be more worried about their makeup than the girls are.
You see one of those falls? You're ready
A great entrance, a big splash, and that says a lot about how he's always pushing me into experiences.
Andrew pushes Matt in the water like Dennis the Menace, you know, and so I was thinking, boy, I really gotta watch these guys, you know. Water, I thought that was a little bit of spectacular.
My best friend.
We get close to a hole, we'll tell everybody to kind of hold up, be real still. We'll ease up, secure the hole, then call somebody in.
Gotta be real quiet. This is one of our better holes. This is also a beaver's home.
Where's our Kansas girls? Come here, girls. You're not in Kansas any longer, Toto. Come on. In Cotton County, it's ladies first. So I bring the girls over to an old beaver den. Huge catfish like to hole up here, and I'm hoping we can grab a big one.
It was a little scary because didn't know what the heck could be in there.
Melissa, I have a small hole for you to block right here. Put your feet right in the hole. It takes a team effort to noodle this spot. The fish has a bunch of ways in and out.
I'm thinking I'm glad they went first.
You got socks on too?
Yes.
Pull that off where you can feel.
Leave it on.
No, you're really good.
Took my aqua sock off and said, feel with your sock, because you need to know if it's furry or slippery. So I was just panicked, like, is there a beaver in this hole?
You do.
Push that straight. Push it straight out. Now you need to slide in all the way up to your hips.
Oh my God.
Yes, that's the beaver hole.
Skipper just shoved me in. I was up to my waist.
Oh my
We
God.
catch fish and beaver out of
Can you
it.
make sure it's empty first?
No, you're good. But before she knew what happened, I had Lissa in a hole up to her hips.
Let's take one shoe off, that way you'll be able to feel if it's fish or beaver. The good Lord's with us. Slide this way.
It's really beaver,
Come on
right?
over, slide up. Now put both feet in. He is brother to the beaver. Push on in, see what you feel. That fish should be in this hole unless somebody's coming along.
You're gonna show us first.
We are.
You just threw
I'm sitting in a hole by myself. Nobody is helping or showing me.
Oh, you're doing good. You're doing an excellent job.
But what happens if I feel something?
Oh, if he runs up and bites your foot, just hang on to him. Now turn on your side and use your left leg and see how far you can feel. Feel back that way.
She ain't
towards
scared.
Jackson.
Why am I
My hat's off
Oh,
to
you're
you,
doing a good job.
young lady. No
Are you
hesitation.
feeling
That's
anything?
that's good.
Do you feel anything?
good.
I don't feel anything yet.
Well, sometimes you gotta. Would you see if you can get that stick right there? That
Oh, look here. What was that? What is it? What is it? No, do not leave.
Stay in that hole.
The thing that was going through my mind was, you know, I hope their legs are long enough to get the catfish, because if not, he's probably going to call, you know, Josh and I over there to, you know, do it.
What do you feel?
I don't know what I
Think
feel.
it's good.
I
Well, I have my shoe on, so I
come
can't
out.
feel.
And he's pissed that I'm keeping him in.
It's good.
Now slide out. Let me work this hole just a second and see if he's in there. If he is, I'm going to give it back to you.
You want to check their heart rate?
I can tell you my blood pressure's up there somewhere right now.
I gave that hole the once over, and it was empty.
Let's ease on up a little further. Let's make this next bend.
But before we make it to the next spot, Lissa gives me the business.
Why would you shove me in a hole with the possibility of a beaver being in
It's
there?
fish or beaver.
So I know there's no beaver in that hole, but I just need those girls to trust me. What those girls don't realize is that all of those holes are beaver holes.
That's why I told you to take one of your shoes off. And fishy
I have a really
or
good
furry.
idea. Why don't I keep both of my shoes on, and you can determine first if it's a beaver or not.
No, really. You're in good hands. Believe me. Keep coming, girls. Let's go. Let's find one.
Let's ease into this.
Good job.
It's way scarier than I thought it would be. Like, I was scared, but now I'm freaking scared.
I'm doing my best to calm everyone down. And wouldn't you know it, here come the snakes.
Oh, there's another one. Oh my God, there is. There's a brown one back there.
Seeing all of those snakes, I was absolutely freaked out.
Luckily, Joanne and Jeannie are here to keep a lookout for the undesirables.
Y'all see the snake?
Is that it right there?
See it? Crack of that dark. See how dark he is? It's a cottonmouth.
The one thing that I am absolutely worried about is snakes. I don't like snakes. I think we're good.
It's 3 snakes within what? 50 feet? 2 snakes?
That's the most I've ever seen in one place.
And the one back there was huge.
There's his head. His tail comes around, and he's right under the log, almost to the sunlight. Yeah, I don't want him in the water.
Depending on the weather, if it gets dry, our holes may be completely out of the water. And you're not going to see anything but a beaver or a cottonmouth in that. We've got to catch something today. So I take the gang to a spot I'm sure will have a fish. Years back, a train derailed right alongside the river. The cars were left to keep the bank from eroding. Catfish love this spot, but it's dangerous.
It's probably 12 foot deep right in here. This is his house.
I'm telling you.
I'm right back.
Jackson! Don't push me. Come up here.
It's Matt's turn, and I hope he's up for the task. In water this deep, either the fish is coming up or Matt's going down.
I want you to pull this fish up and feel his power. Wrap it 2-3 times. 2-3 times. Do not turn loose or you'll be the bad guy on the trip. Pull him straight up right here. Pull him. Pull him in, pull him in.
So I dove in to help Matt, but there was no ground underneath me.
Help him, fireman, pull him in. Pull him in. Oh my God.
Coming up.
Get underneath him with your feet.
And I'm telling you, she was just trembling.
This is a big monster catfish. Visit our website to play Hillbilly Hand Fishing Bingo. Just go to animalplanet.com/handfishing. Matt and Andrew are taking a break from life in Charleston, and they're looking for a little adventure.
Well, I'm ready. You know I'm ready.
Get over here, glove guy.
It seems Matt's got in a bit over his head.
Pull him straight up right here. Pull him.
Hang on to him! Don't lose him, dude! Don't lose him!
He pulls him out, and the fish has so much power, it jerks him about 7 or 8 foot out into the deep water.
Dude! Don't lose him! Don't lose him! Pull him in! Pull him in! Get him in shallow water! Help him, Bob! Help him, fireman! Pull him in!
It was insane. I mean, it was absolute insanity. And no one was around, and I kept looking for the firemen, but all I could see was murky water.
Pull him.
Both of them were actually underwater for a while, and I started to get a little worried.
Pull him in the shallow water! There you go!
But they came up, and the firemen jumped in there, you know, grabbed them out.
Come here, baby.
You know, you fall back and you're tugged underwater, and you're like, am I gonna make it out of this?
With a little help from yours truly, Matt brings up the first fish of the trip, a 29-pound flathead.
I thought Andrew was gonna drown. Matt was like pushing him under to get leverage, you know, to come up with the fish.
All right, hell yeah!
He's stronger than I am.
Yeah.
I think at that point in time, Matthew and Andrew knew that these fish were the real deal. It showed me that they had true hearts, that they were here to accomplish something. They were courageous enough to step in and get the job done.
Roll! Come on, come on, come on. Here, I'll hold on to it. Good job. Come on, guys. Let's get out of here.
Not a bad first day. Matt gave us a bit of a scare, but everyone worked together and we brought in a real nice fish.
I wasn't gonna let go of that fish. They were gonna have to like resuscitate me if I was drowning because I was not gonna let go.
No, it's not fair. You get a running start. We got pretty muddy on the river. Great to be out here, you know, having barbecue and no emails, no cell phones.
This is great because there is none of that. There's none of the normal day stresses. 100% could do without the snakes, but we all know how that goes.
This is not relief to me. I would take the everyday stresses over waist deep in a freaking catfish hole.
Jackpot! Oh.
Day 2, oh, and it's a hot one. Jackson and I are ready to take our guests to the catfishing promised land.
Looking good. Everybody get a good night's sleep. Yeah, that's it.
Ready to ride, over.
Oh, yeah, I got it going on.
What is it? What is it?
You watch road, Jack.
I can't. I gotta watch this. What's up?
Can you put some more on? You missed the left side of her lip.
Oh, who's the makeup artist?
Now, this is gonna be a...
Oh, it's on now.
I see a fat lip coming.
We're back at the Red River today, and it's time to teach our noodlers the art of brush fishing.
The season changes as you go along. Sometimes the fish are in the rock, sometimes they're in the brush, and sometimes they're in the open water. And you just have to adapt and go with it. So you're just kind of flying by the seat of your britches.
Pulling a fish out of a hole is one thing, but grabbing a fish from the brush is way tougher. So I brought the whole team out to lend a hand. My son Christian knows almost as much about noodling as I do, and my daughter Heather's as tough as they come.
All right, guys, we got a nice little brush pile up here. We're going to ease up on it.
With the weather this hot, the fish take to the brush where they can find a little shade. We've got a big one surrounded, but catching a fish out of the brush is about the toughest thing you can do.
Be easy now. Talk to him, Skipper. Okay?
They didn't have a chance of catching that fish. They did not have a chance. They didn't know that.
Okay, there he is, right there, right there.
He goes, right there, he goes. Out and over.
The fish bolts out of the brush right past us into the open water.
And I looked the situation over, and I think, hey, we've got enough of us here. I think we can kind of make a human fence, get body to body, shoulder to shoulder, start on the upper end, and push this fish out into the shallower water.
Let's all get out. Let's go to the next brush pile and come down through here, side by side.
The human fence. And when he said that, I'm thinking, this ain't gonna work.
This is like Plant Army. We're on a highly covert operation. Everybody hush, hush, top secret. Alexis, Come on up. Lay your feet sideways. Turn sideways. Turn on your side, on your right or left side. Hit that brush.
So we push him just a little bit further down. I said, all right, get him.
Here he is, right here. Come here, come here, come here, come here. Sit down on him. Keep him down the shallows.
You would have thought that there was a $1,000 bill tied to this fish, and they all were dead broke.
Coming up.
It was great.
And I was like, holy sh**, I just noodled a fish by myself.
Now it's time for Catfish Corner. Barbels are the scientific name for which part of the catfish anatomy? Is it A, spiked fins, B, whiskers, or C, teeth? The answer when we come back. Now back to Catfish Corner. Barbels are the scientific name for which part of the catfish anatomy? The answer, B, whiskers. This facial feature is what earned the catfish its name. But barbels aren't just for looks. They actually help the fish find food.
Here he is, right here. Come here, come here, come here, come here.
Back on the Red River, we've just corralled a massive catfish in open water. All we need now is for somebody to grab it.
Everybody just starts running and jumping and diving and trying to get their hands on this thing. It was just the absolute funnest time I've ever had.
Andrew comes just flying in, does a flying tackle, and he just bear hugs him. He didn't have a great technique, but he had a hold of that fish, and he was not turning loose.
And Skipper was just like, these guys are nuts.
Andrew moves right to the top of the leaderboard with this monster 59-pound blue cat.
Get hold of him, everybody. Everybody, get a hold. Get a hold, grab it. Go.
Andrew tackled it like it was his job. He's just holding on to it for dear life. And that thing was flipping and beating him. It was great.
It's freaking cool. I mean, that changed my life.
Brother, give me 5, man. Hey, that was a hell of a cat. We'll take them any way we can get them.
I tell you what, Matt and Andrew, they really surprised me with them just getting in there and jumping on the fish.
There was no way I was letting, I don't even want to call it a fish because it was huge, but I was not letting that get away.
There's something in all of us, the primal instinct. He definitely wanted this fish, and he made it happen, and I promise you, nobody, nothing, man nor beast, was going to take this fish away from him.
That's as fun as it gets right there, kind of a free-for-all.
You guys realize what you just done?
Not
with your hands, open water.
Hold it out in front of you. There you go. That was teamwork right there, guys. Get a hold of him. Let's take him out here and
Matt, you better help him get out there with him, Matt.
Push him on out. Just get in his head, push him down the water, and let him go. There you go. There you go. Let it go. Keep going on. He'll do his thing. We'll do our thing.
You're so fast. Good job. Good job.
I know the firemen are itching to get on the board, so we ease down the Red River a bit and I start coaching them up.
Bring him up. Bring him to your chest. Bring him to your chest.
Got him.
Yeah.
The boys are getting good at grabbing the little fish.
Yeah.
But that's just half the battle. They just can't seem to hang on.
He's like 0 for 1, 0 for 2, 0 for 3.
Gotta get a hold of him, man.
Slippery. Well, the whole time I'm feeling fish, and I just can't bring them up.
If there's anybody in the troop we ought to call 0 for, it'd be these boys.
Still coming between me and you. That's blue cat. He's really...
O-P-H-E-R. 0 for 1.
I thought you told you not to let the fish get away, dude.
Josh and John were getting a little bummed out. After Matthew and Andrew, we had the linebacker scramble for the fumble ball, and we catch a 50-pounder. The bar had just been set to such a huge height that I could read it in their face. They didn't think they could catch a fish that big.
Catfish 1, firefighters, zip.
Yep.
Catching a fish in open water ain't about brawn. What you need is a steady hand and a bucket full of patience.
And Lexus is just reaching her hand in on her own, trying to find things, and she did. You got it, grab! And she freaking pulls this thing up by herself and doesn't let it go.
I look over my shoulder, and there Alexis is. She's just smiling from ear to ear. I've had buddies that I've fished with my whole life that can catch a fish in the hole, but they've never caught one in the brush.
I stuck my hand in between the limbs and I pushed it down and I reached around the other limb and just pulled it up. And I was like, holy shit, I just noodled a fish by myself. I'm shaking.
I was amazed. I actually was dazed. I mean, that just doesn't happen.
Alexis pulls out this fish. She's like, I got one. It was probably, a 10-pound catfish out of the water, just, with her bare hands, It was impressive.
It might not be the biggest fish in Oklahoma, but Alexis makes a heck of a catch.
I was stunned that Jonathan and Josh could not hold on to a little fish. I mean, come on, boys. Show me what you got.
The Kansas girls think that they do it better with their shirts. Blah, 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 blah. You know how that goes.
They had them right where they wanted them. They could put their finger on them, and they were squirming, and they could see that they didn't like it, which made it even better for the girls.
Next thing you know, someone screams, fish, fish. It was like out of a movie. You thought there was like a shark or something.
Josh and John sprinted. I've never seen guys run so fast in my life. They dove in, they were crazy.
Everybody starts making a beeline for it, and I see that me and John are the closest, just a big shadow of the water. And I'm thinking, wow, that's huge, let's roll, I'm in.
Coming up.
Wham! Jumped on top of it.
By the time I get there, he just got blood dripping off of his knuckles.
Our two firefighters from Virginia are taking a break from saving lives. But they're learning the hard way that catching catfish is no small task.
We all took off running, and you could see this just gray object moving through the water. Josh and I just, wham, jumped on top of it.
Hold him down, guys, hold him down. Come on in.
As I get there, Josh has this hand in this fish's mouth, and I'm going, oh my God, he's got his hand in that fish's mouth. He's just gonna get hammered.
He's big.
I get both my hands in its mouth.
Get your hand out of his mouth. Get ready, get ready, get ready. Right on. Hold on. Pick him up high. Pick him up high. Yeah.
Boy, he's got a left hook out of
By the time I get there, he just got blood dripping off of his knuckles.
Hey, you got some battle scars there, son. Check it out.
Hey, that's a little battle scars. You know how it goes.
I'm telling you, I told you his teeth are rough now. We're gonna have to amputate your arm at the wrist.
Not sure what hurt him worse, the lost flesh or the tail whacking him upside the head.
Battle scars! Battle scars right there!
They pull it up, and it's just another amazing experience to see.
That was good. Right at 50 pounds, boys. That's a big fish.
This was a team effort by the firemen, and these boys are back in the hunt.
We came here to catch a huge catfish with these.
I don't think the boys could have done a better job.
Yeah! Who takes the lead now, Skipper? Oh, I'm telling you, they're cutting it close. They're cutting it close. This may come.
Oh, the competition's heating up. The Charleston boys and the firemen have caught real big fish. Time for the girls to step up their game.
All right, guys. We had a great day on the water. Well, rather in the water. Anybody hungry? I am. Woo! There you go. Gotta put that jolly shuffle.
All in all, it was a super day, and I'm thinking, hey, what a great way to end that day. Let's go out and celebrate.
We get to the restaurant, but my wife Joanne and Jackson's girl Jeannie are still back at the cabin with the Charleston fellas.
I don't know what Skipper's been looking at all week, but he's got a gem right in front of him. Smile. First of all, they have to deal with Skipper and Jackson. Jackson,
I had that big one. He was that big around, and I couldn't hold him.
Baby, you got your hands on a big one every night.
Jackson needs a little bit more bonk over the head.
Yeah, and I guess I'm gonna have to start practicing putting my hand in your mouth. And
Oh, whoa,
it so I can catch this.
Easy, girl, easy.
A little lip gloss on Jeannie, I think, you know, and a little eyeshadow, a little mascara.
Finally, we look up.
How are you guys?
When Jeannie and Joanne walked into the Rockin' Ace that night, I was like, get back, Loretta.
Man, I'm looking at Jackson, he's looking at me, and he's like, are these our girls?
Hot. You sexy thing. You sexy thing, yes.
The men, I think, got a little frisky there for a minute.
They better not spoil us. We're kind of not used to seeing those girls just like that.
They were beautiful to begin with, but now they're gems.
Well,
priceless.
I figured that's the least we could do for these women having to put up with you two.
Come on, guys, huddle up, huddle up.
Great day, great day.
But I've got good news and bad news. We are going to catch fish today, but you're not going to be able to tell anybody where we went. It's so secret, I don't even tell my mama where this spot is. Put these bandanas on.
Me and Jackson have found a few fishing holes that are just gold.
No peeking?
We don't share them with nobody.
Get in the backseat, dude, man. Get in the backseat. Backseat.
Yeah, we're serious as a heart attack now. Keep your mask on.
I have no idea where I'm at in Oklahoma right now. You know, I don't even know if I'm in Oklahoma.
I knew that we were probably going to be dealing with some monster fish.
All right, we're here, guys. Blindfolds off. Let's go catch a big fish.
We got to walk down and just see this huge open lake. Walking through it was like slushy, slimy mud pit underneath your feet. Total disgusting.
First up today is Lissa. Our mom from Kansas still hasn't caught a fish. We're fixing to change that.
Now feel how big this hole is. Nothing comes out of this hole but a 50, 60, 70 pounder. Now you get both feet in.
Rattling Jackson. Are you ready, girl?
Be ready. He's gonna be back there. And he's gonna come running up.
I'm gonna fan him, I'm gonna spank him, he's gonna come to you.
No.
Rattle him, get out now.
Pushing all the way up to your hips.
Don't let him get out.
Watch your toes. Get ready.
I ain't.
Lissa, our mom from Kansas, still hasn't caught a fish this week. Now it's her time to shine.
I'm just messing with you.
Gotcha!
All right, guys, let's go. Let's go check it out.
We try a few more holes, but come up empty.
Oh! The kitchen? No, but he went right through my legs.
Do what your mama told you. Keep your legs closed.
Hey, Skipper. Yeah. Who's in the lead here? I can't remember. How many fish have each of you caught?
Lissa holds up the goose egg. But as my daddy always said, the worst day fishing beats the best day of work every time. Back at the cabin, Chef Matt is cooking up a gourmet meal, and I'm real excited to sample the goods.
We're gonna try to do a little bacon wrapped jalapenos and some roasted vegetables, maybe a little pan-seared venison. See what happens.
That sounds
very good. Matt was definitely the best roommate in the entire house. He cooked breakfast every morning, he cooked dinner at night, he took the trash out.
The hard part about cooking is waiting on it to get ready.
Is it gonna taste gamey? Matt's cooking is phenomenal.
That's gonna be a plum sauce for your venison. What you think? A red wine and plum.
I've never wasted wine that way.
You will love it.
Mom will be proud of me.
Green olive. For me.
Ooh, be careful with them jalapenos.
Well, I'm gonna leave it alone.
You're gonna try it, Jackson. You're
gonna try it.
I'm scared.
Don't be scared.
I'm scared. Man, thank you for fixing this wonderful meal. And salami bolognese.
That's a nice dinner.
It's our last day in the water, and I take the gang back to our top secret spot.
We're getting closer. Real close.
It's Lissa's last chance to catch a fish. We gotta get her a big one.
This is a big, big rock right here. Put your feet up against it the way I am.
Don't feel your
Both feet keep coming forward. There. Feel
okay,
that?
yes.
You're gonna have to take a deep breath and lie down and go in it. I'm not lying. Get
What
away.
if I can't hold my breath that long?
We'll pull you up. When the last bubble comes up, I'll bring you to the top.
Okay.
Get a deep breath and go in. All right, here we go. You feel anything?
Just rocks.
For some reason, if there was an empty hole, that's where Jackson and Skipper put her.
I've checked every empty hole in Oklahoma.
I don't know if she's checked every empty hole, but I won't rest until Lissa gets a fish.
Lissa!
Come on in!
All you hear Skipper say is, Lissa, get out here. So I knew I was in trouble from the get-go.
You really want him to run up between your legs now, if you can.
If he runs up between your legs, you
I really don't want him to run in between my legs.
You've got him caught when you get him between your legs. Get underneath him with your feet.
Back, push on in a little further.
Get underneath him with your feet.
You can do it. You can do it.
And I'm telling you, she was just trembling. I could feel every muscle in her body trembling.
Like, I feel like it's him because he's slippery.
Lissa is getting stuffed into this coffin of a hole, and she's looking gorgeous with the most frightful, like, scary face you've ever seen.
More room.
Breathe, breathe.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah. Focus, focus.
I can feel him at the top of my thigh and on my foot.
Oh my. I'm telling you, he's big.
Love you, Lex.
When Alyssa was going in the hole, I was thinking, better her than me.
Get me out of here.
No, you're okay, you're okay.
Got it? Yeah, I did. Let's get him out of here.
She's caught a fish so big that she can't even lift it up. We get Lex over there, and the two of them can't lift this fish.
Oh, man, that's a big old flathead.
Lissa, our mom from Kansas, has finally caught a fish. And it's the biggest one yet.
Come up.
Get in here, let him slime you. Kansas girls, come on.
I think what made me feel so good is just the proud factor that I actually did it because I was terrified.
This is why Kansas girls do it better!
I would never, ever, ever tell them this, but I guess they do it better.
I mean, she's going to carry that with her for the rest of her life.
Knowing that I actually did it, that was just the best moment.
Jackson's got a fish. Come on, I guarantee.
We're still celebrating the catch over here, and the next thing I know, I'm looking over my shoulder, Jackson's hollering, he's got another fish. I believe Lex's number was up.
Hold it. Slip this shoe off.
Get on in there, get in.
What do you got on?
She starts sliding into the hole, and she gets in about this deep, and she kind of turned a little flush.
Feel for me. It's okay. Way back in the back. Way back in the back.
This is a really big hole. I'm scared to do it.
Don't be scared. Come on, Lex.
The minute I put my foot in that hole and felt like there could be 2 or 3 other people in there, I was like, I don't know if I can do this.
Feel to your right.
She was scared to death to get in this hole and get this fish, which if Skipper says it's big, it's probably pretty big.
Right. Feel to your right.
I know I heard him.
My heart just about jumped out my mouth.
Alexis, one of her moms from Kansas, is waist deep in a catfish hole.
My heart just about jumped out my mouth.
It's all right, it's all right. Listen, Listen, it's okay. Y'all quit laughing at my girl, man. This ain't funny.
Tickling my fancy.
He's doing what?
She was sitting on it, and it was like she was riding it.
Lex sits down in the hole, and the fish is just underneath her butt, underneath her business, and I think that's when he might have been tickling her fancy. I don't know.
Once they encouraged me a little bit, I just went with it and said, all right, let's go.
Watch out. Easy.
I've never heard somebody get so quiet. With a big fish in the hole, people usually are screaming.
He's right here. He's right
You're
here.
kidding me.
I got him by the mouth.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that's my girl.
Be careful.
Don't let him out of the hole.
Be careful. Be careful.
You move.
Yeah.
Where's he at?
Where
you at? Where you at?
I got my hand in his mouth.
Yes!
Yeah.
Easy.
His mouth is in front of my legs.
Now what I want you to do is stand up a little bit, come out of your hole a little bit. Stay right there.
Careful now. He's gonna come out. Easy now.
There he comes, here he comes!
Ain't no 8-10 pound bass can make that kind of whitewater baby. This is a big monster catfish.
It's just like this massive monster of a fish. And they're holding it up, and just to see the girls together, so proud of what they've done. We were so proud.
Good job.
All right, guys. Hey, awesome day in the water. Let's go. Come on.
Head to the truck.
Fishing in many ways could be the great equalizer, just due to the fact that it's timing.
Bam!
Be loving to be drinking with you guys. Thank you, brother.
It was awesome. Just a great time. I'd come back in another week if I could. I didn't get enough.
These people really, they came together and they bonded with us and themselves, and I think that every one of them would love to come back.
I mean, this week has been just incredible. I've come out here to a beautiful place, and I mean I might try to dabble in some noodling when I get back to Virginia. I don't know.
I mean, that changed my life, that moment.
And bam!
I was here to catch a fish and make you proud.
I didn't even know you guys could swim, tell you the truth.
I didn't know we could either.
Well, there's nothing like drowning to get your heart racing. I was fearful of so many things. This has really been a great opportunity to dive into those fears and learn more about myself. And then there's, oh my, did I just shit my pants?
These girls right here, they had a pair of aces today.
It's actually one of the hardest things I've ever done. It's something you'll never forget. It'll be burnt in your memory forever, and you'll have these great big fish tails to tell your grandchildren.
I could literally hear your heart thumping, and I could feel you trembling, and that water was not cold. She had to put her trust in Jackson and myself. And in doing so, she lifted herself up to a complete new level.
Without question, the thing I'm gonna just take home from this is knowing that the next time I'm in a situation to be scared, I can say, no, I did this. If I can do that, I can do this.
It took her all week, but it was well worth the wait. Just barely beating her best friend, our big winner with a whopping 60-pound flathead, Lissa.
We have a big fish tradition where you get to wear the hat at the table. Fashion, ba-ba-bam. That's what I'm talking about. You wear it any way you want to, girl. It looks way better on you than it ever did on me. Easy.
Cheers.